welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, my name is Laura and I am the owner and founder of That's So Laura UK. We are a handmade hair accessories and jewelry business. I'm back! I get so excited about that. I have taken, it's hard to sit here and think that I took a year off, unintentionally took a year off. I had a baby, I got married, I did loads of other things, but I was just like, you know what, I miss YouTube, I really want to get back into it. I was on such a roll in 2024, pregnancy just, honest to God, absolutely kicked my butt. Yeah, welcome back. This episode is called 12 months and 12 minutes, which I'm really excited about, but I know for a fact when I edit this, I am 1,000,000% going to be over 12 minutes. But basically I want to take you through everything I've done the past year, show you little clips and snippets of things that I managed to film but never kind of got through to upload, and just, yeah, talk about life in general. But it's so exciting to be back, So let's snap back to March 2025, which was when the last video for YouTube that I posted went up. I'm pretty sure at that point I was like 2 months before I gave birth. Yeah, so it was a weird time for me, and I kind of just silently dropped off and decided, yeah, that was it. Like, I am done. I am taking a break, but I kind of unofficially didn't announce it. I just disappeared. sorry. But yeah, snap back to then. That was when I last posted, so I was just about 11-12 months ago. After that we had April 2025. So lots of things happened in April. We had Sam's 40th birthday, which was lovely because we were able to take a little bit of time off, do a little bit of celebrating. We had half term, which was a challenge because we were getting ready. To be fair, Isaac did have, at this point he did have play school to go to, so we had, I was obviously heavily pregnant and working. Isaac was going to play school the best he could. Sam was busy working, but it was just one of those where in half term we just took a little bit of time, a little bit of family time, sort of easing ourselves in, getting ready for Isaac starting school in the September of last year. So that was good fun. But during April I also did the Port Sunlight Sugar and Spice Festival. This was a fab event. Unfortunately the weather was not the best, but it was still one of my best markets I've done to date, so I was really excited about that. I also did the Witch Market in Tam O'Shanter again, which is the last time I think I've done that. I don't think I did it again after that because I was very pregnant. But that again was lovely day as always, a fabulous venue. But yeah, then shoot forward to May 2025. This was my last month of markets, so I started with the New Brighton Festival, which was really good fun, but the weather was atrocious. I ended up having to leave a day early and take everything down because it was just absolutely blowing my gazebo away. And to be fair, I still had a really good successful market despite the fact I had to finish a day early, and I was a little bit gutted I did finish a day early, but obviously I was crazy heavily pregnant. I was also getting really bad Braxton Hicks as well, so I was convinced I was going to go into labour, which I didn't, thankfully. But following on from that, I then went to Carnarvon and did my very first Welsh market. It was their food festival, which was fantastic. The weather was gorgeous, the day was really lovely in general. Finished off the market season with my favourite market, Chester Farmers Market, which was good fun, and then switched forward to the 27th of May and Finley was born. I had an elected C-section for Finley, so that was a bit of a journey, which takes us to June. So because Finley was born at the end of May, June was a maternity and recovery month, so I had an elected C-section. It was a much better experience this time around. Finley was born at 10 pounds and 7 ounces. So he was a chunky boy, a little chunky boy. But yeah, it was, the recovery this time was so much better. We had him in Chester Hospital, which I was apprehensive of, but I didn't really know any Welsh hospitals, obviously having moved to Wales, so I was also a bit like, okay, well, Chester's familiar, we'll give it a go. But their care there was just unprecedented. It was wonderful, and I had a really good experience. And then coming out of that, I was able to pretty much be on my feet again straight away. So I was able to go and see my mum and my sister, who did the Hanbridge Street Festival in at the end of June, which was really, really nice. That was lovely. That was just a lovely event in general, and I was so busy. I was gutted I couldn't work it, but I still was recovering. I was just about able to leave the house. And then fast forward to July. Isaac's birthday was in July, so we usually do a little party for him, but having just had Finley, we decided to take him to Gypsy Wood, which is in North Wales, near Carnarvon actually. One of his absolute favourite places to go, so he had the best time. And then following on from that, towards the end of the month, we got married. So at 8 weeks postpartum, I decided, well actually it was 6 or 7 weeks postpartum, I decided I was going to make my own wedding dress. I'm not sure what was going through my head at that point, but we did it. I survived. I survived, and we got married on the 30th of July at the Chester Town Hall, which was just, it was lovely. And then we had a really nice meal upstairs at the grill afterwards, and I loved every second of it. It was understated, but it was perfect, and all of my favourite people were there. Missing a few favourite people, but it was just lovely. I made my own dress. So then going on from that was August. We basically then took the first 2 weeks of August off and had a big like mini moon. We didn't really go anywhere. We had lots of like different events that we decided to do during like the summer. It was the summer holidays, so we picked a load of places to go. We did like a trip to Knowsley Safari Park, and we did a couple of trips to some of our other favourite places like the Welsh Mountain Zoo, and just lots of little days out as a family, which was really, really nice. And we took some time off together, so that was lovely. And then I ended the month back at New Brighton for the Summer Festival, which was, again, fantastic event, really lovely weather, very hot. Took Finley with me, which was, to be fair, he was brilliant, but it was just so warm that at one point the bottle machine was like getting too hot and we couldn't like cool that down, so that was a nightmare. But otherwise, absolutely fantastic event, as always. Then fast forward to September. So I tried a couple of new markets in September. I tried Christleton, and I started Frodsham as well, which was good. Christleton didn't quite work for me, but Frodsham did, and I'm currently doing Frodsham now most months, which was nice. But then I also started designing my Halloween and autumnal collection, which is the first ever collection that I was able to actually have my fabrics printed in, and I put them up for pre-order, and I was overwhelmed with the response that they got. Like, it was really, really exciting to be able to kind of take my artwork and take my fabrics and have them printed and then have them made on products. So they were not just scrunchies used from like fabric you could buy from anywhere, like some of my competitors do. It was very much my designs, my products. Oh, it was absolutely like, oh, it was wonderful. They were really successful on pre-order, and when they arrived they pretty much instantly sold out as well, which was really, really exciting. Then fast forward to October. So in October I officially released my Halloween collection online, which again was really good. It was so fun seeing them. I had so many events where I just like completely sold out of them, which was lovely. But also October was my last time in Kenji, which made me really sad, because Kenji was like a journey for my business, where I had been in the Trafford store and the Liverpool store about twice a year, so one in each, twice a year. So that was my journey, which was really lovely. And it was a fantastic place to kind of be stocked in a high street for like the first time, but unfortunately they decided to disband that, which makes me cry every time I think about it. Because I just loved it so much. But I did some really cute content with Isaac, who was having the best time, and it was really nice to be able to take him on my last time there, where he'd been with me as a baby on the first time I'd ever done it, so you could really see that, like, him growing throughout that as well, which was really, really lovely, but also makes me really, really sad. But that prepared me for one heck of a month in November. So November is always my busiest month of the year. I have pretty much the majority of my markets in November. Lots of Christmas stuff. I had the Portsmouth Light Sugar and Spice Festival. That should have been in the October, but the weather was really bad, so the storm moved it. That again was a fantastic day. I had Pop Up in the Palm House, which again I was there for the Friday, Saturday, and they were both really good days as well. But my god, the weather was so bad. It was raining on the inside of the Palm House. But it was also, so this year just gone, so this November just gone, was also my year for Christmas light switch-ons. So I did on the edge where Kerry Katona bought some hair accessories from me, which was very exciting. But I also did a local light switch on in Bagel, which was really nice. The community really came out and showed up for that, so that was fab. And then a couple of other different light switch ons as well. So it was super fun all in all. Snap to December, and I had my final Christmas markets. I had, it was our first Christmas with Finley and our first Christmas in our new house, which was really nice. Unfortunately, my dog passed away right at the beginning of December. He was quite poorly, which we had no idea because he really had no symptoms right until the very last day. But he was also pushing 12 and he did really well for his age, and I like to think it gave him a really good life. But that was just a birthday. It was a heavy December. It really was. It was hard to enjoy some of what was coming right up until Christmas. We didn't really feel very festive, but Christmas itself was lovely. We had the entire family around, which was really nice. It was our first time ever hosting Christmas, so that was good fun. But fast forward to the end of the month, we decided that we just needed another little fur baby in the house. So come January, it was like towards the end of January, we went to pick up Bruno, who is our brand new little puppy. He's a golden mountain dog, so he's a golden retriever crossed with a Bernese mountain dog, and he is both an angel and a horror all at the same time. Puppies are not for the faint-hearted. I would go as far as to say I prefer having babies to having puppies, because wow, this dog glues his teeth left, right and centre and bites everything in sight and has peed on every surface in the house. And it almost kind of takes me back because I don't remember Lennox being this chaotic, but obviously it would have been because I had him from a puppy, so who knows, but January was a fun month. We got claw clips back, I had a wisdom tooth removed, I had COVID and like God knows what else pretty much during January, and then it was my birthday to finish it off. And shout out to my gorgeous friend Roxy, who took me for the most wonderful afternoon tea and helped me celebrate in style, which was nice because it was just January, and January is a rubbish month. But I did actually win an award at the end of January for Small Business Small Business Sunday, Jesus. That was at the end of January, which took me to the award ceremony in February. So that was fab. So it was a really good business day out in February, and I got to meet Theo Pafitas himself and accept my award. So that's nice because I became an award-winning business, which has been on my like bucket list for my business for God knows how long. I also bought a van because, you know, why not? Which I'm not gonna lie, has made my life so much easier. And then I launched my Eras collection, which was Taylor Swift inspired, and that has been so successful that I sold out of all the fabric in the first 5 minutes of pre-order. Like, it just went. I also am welcoming 2 brand new stockists in Wales, one in Anglesey and one in Harlech, which is really exciting. But yeah, so it has been a year. Babies, weddings, stockists, awards, like collections, markets. I have been very, very busy, and if you follow me over on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook, you can definitely catch up with everything that's been happening, because I have probably posted way more regularly on there than I have on YouTube. But I'm excited to say that going forward, and as of first thing tomorrow, we'll be filming for my studio vlogs. They're coming back. I'm going to start them as a week running my small business, which I'm really excited about because I really love the fact that YouTube has my behind the scenes content as like its feature. So you can see other things elsewhere, but my YouTube is my behind the scenes, where I can share some more exciting things that are happening this year. Not that I've got that much at the moment, but I've applied for a few things and we're going to see how things go. And we have our first family holiday, like abroad, in June, the beginning of June. Finley's first birthday's this year, Isaac's 5th birthday is this year. How do I have a 5-year-old already? That's crazy. But yeah, onwards and upwards. I am really excited, but I hope you enjoyed our little 12 months and 12 minutes. The video is obviously definitely longer than that because I rabbited on, but I definitely did 12 months and 12 minutes, so for that I am proud. But yeah, hope you loved watching today, and can't wait to catch up with you in our next behind the scenes video. If you don't already, make sure you like this, share this and subscribe, because that just helps me get myself out there. don't really know where I was going with that, to be honest. But yeah, click the buttons wherever they are. I think one pops up here and one pops up there. Make sure you go and check out, if you're new here, go and check out all of my content beforehand. You're gonna love some of the videos, especially because there's one with Salmon that just seems to have blown up. Sam's convinced it's him. He's the reason it's blown up, so we'll see. I might do a little market research and chuck him in a few more, see what happens. He always seems to sell scrunchies at markets when I am not there, despite having no hair and a resting bee face. But you know, we love him anyway. We love him anyway. But anyway, thank you for watching. See you soon.